Craig.
Ew.
Craig.
This guy.
Homie Craig. Okay. You guys got your musics rolling game? Previously, in our last session, we saw our group of adventurers go through a bit of turmoil amongst themselves. Everyone seeming to have some level of baggage to unload and work through, all while trying to find some way to locate their former professor, Liliana Vess. They would explore a few storefronts, meet some rather interesting shopkeepers, while looking for anything that may help them with their goal. This leading them to chatting up Jazzamir of Shine Bright Goods Galore by Jazzamir. Working to build up a little bit of trust with her, our group would manage to get her to allow them to borrow a magic hand mirror in exchange for Jazzmir holding on and investigating Koski's acts in the meantime. With this new magic mirror in their possession, they would gain the ability to cast the sending spell. Firstly, using it to reach out to Liliana, and sadly learning that she's currently held captive by Rakdos on the plain of Ravnica. With this information, they would begin to lay out a new plan, one of their own making. One to traverse the spheres in order to reach Ravnica. This plan then leading them to using the mirror to contact a former Spelljammer ship captain that they had traveled with just a few months previously. Working out that our party seemingly has about a week and a half of downtime to sort of go through until their Spelljammer ship arrives. This being where our game will pick up. Seeing our group sort of resolve their loose plans of traveling to Ravnica via Spelljammer. And again, all in this effort to free Liliana Vess. From there, our party would probably loosely split up, maybe not quite so literally for some, but they would split up, probably going about their various daily routines and activities, likely all finding many different manners of ways of trying to best use this week and a half of downtime. Who would like to go first and sort of laying out what they're going to do with this week and a half? Like, what's our game plan? Specifically, it's about 10 days. It's what we're kind of going with here. Each of you, I think, had a few things you were hoping to get into, or maybe you guys are all just trying to look to spend the time as quickly as possible. That way you can get on your true voyage.
How does the timing of this voyage line up with the play I just got into?
Not great. At the moment, you'll have enough time to get through rehearsals, and you'll loosely be in town for the premiere show opening night, and then maybe like the next day or two following it. You guys aren't exactly sure when Casper is going to touch down with the ship, but you'll be there for a couple of performances, at least opening night, if you so choose to be.
Yeah, I mean, I think what I'm going to end up, I think what Brett ends up doing is he's just going to, really bond with his understudy and make sure they really know the
part. I love it. Give me a performance check for Brett. This is just to represent, maybe like the first, day or two of rehearsals and getting to know that understudy and just trying to, get things ready for when you inevitably have to run.
You could always fake an injury, so then it's not like you just left. It's like, oh no, I hurt myself. I can't do it anymore.
I actually broke my leg.
You're like, I got healing magic. I just got to make this look bad. A dirty 20 for Brett on the performance check. Yeah, these first couple of days, it's going great. Your understudy is very attentive. You're probably inviting them to be a part of the rehearsals, maybe more than some of the other understudies. But it's going great. Everyone's loving your performance. The understudy is actually learning a lot specifically from you, a lot of physicality beats and actual stage movement.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's Brett's first couple of days. Quint reaching out and talking via the sending stone a handful of times over these days, as per usual. Quint is probably busy, with those studying lessons, school prep, as well as he's probably contemplating a major of some kind. The third year at Strixhaven being when a lot of students pick a major.
I'm not jealous. I'm so happy for you.
So it's a lot of that for Brett over the first couple of days. What about the rest of our party? We have Brett's first day or two sort of lined up, rehearsals, talking with his lover. Nothing? Okay. I mean, this is going to be super easy downtime. You guys sit at the house.
Sorry, I was trying to find something. I don't know where I saved it.
Brett's just like, what do y'all do when I'm not here? And they're like, wait for you to come back.
Wait for you to come back.
I guess I'll go. It's nothing too crazy, really. Because I did still manage to keep my job, right? For the next little while.
You did. You managed to go back in Yonder Supply. Did a little bit of haggling. They're going to take you back on for part-time. So if you'd like, you could basically work throughout, the next 10 days, probably pick up at least a couple of gold for a week's worth of work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're going to go back into Yonder and back supply. We're going to make sure to let them know this time, like, hey, about 10 days, probably going to be headed out.
Give me a persuasion check. I'll let you decide if it's advantage or disadvantage or normal. I'll let you decide. Keep in mind, these were the people you did abandon and then come back and haggled to get your job back just a couple of days previously.
Yeah,
just a reminder.
It's definitely not going to be advantage. I know that. I kind of feel like it should be disadvantaged.
Give me a persuasion or deception with disadvantage, if you want to put a different spin on it. Don't know if that helps you or hurts you.
Can you give yourself guidance?
It's at this point, it's just kind of flavor. Deception and persuasion's the same for her.
Gotcha.
But based off of our group talk, I guess if you could call it that, we're gonna go persuasion. She's like, I'm done with lies and bullshit. She's not gonna say the whole truth, but something like real important came up.
Mm-hmm.
So you had a moment of growth and backpedal.
An 8.
The lovely family that runs this place would probably be incredibly flustered, but they would keep you on for this time.
I know, I'm really sorry, but this is kind of not just about me, it's about other people.
The sort of maternal figure here probably scalded you a bit. But that luckily they need the help. But after this, that's it. Only come back if you're buying.
That's fair.
Right. Keeping your job. First couple of days.
Be the best employee possible.
I love it. And probably, again, that's like half of your time these couple of days. So your other free time, probably still just practicing training like we had seen Gail doing previously.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. The rest of her downtime as of right now is practicing, working on quicken spell and subtle spell, and I guess prepping in any other way she can for this.
Love it. Love it. Instead of going to someone else, we'll go by Aility. We don't have Benny here today.
Oh, right.
So Aility, over these first couple of days, she'll probably hang around the house, probably still feeling like a little melancholy after some of the past events and past talks and just sort of how she's handling decisions. But around, dusk every night, she would head out from the house, leave for about an hour, come back. Yeah, that's just kind of it for her. She's just sort of hanging out. Not really like, depressed, overt, sort of like melancholy. She's just sort of like wallowing, just the stages of acceptance.
Mm. Maybe Gail will try and have a drink with her each night. Even if she doesn't want to talk, just sit and drink.
I'd imagine the first night she probably doesn't take you up on it, but maybe like the second, third night she probably would give in, have a drink after she would come back from her, little outing for about an hour or so.
I don't even make a deal about getting her to have a drink. I'm just like, cool. Just silent nod.
What about the rest of our party? What everyone else be up to for, again, at least the first couple of days here?
Kellen would probably like he would hang around, check in on everybody, check in on Aility, like make sure she's doing okay. Hey, if you wanna like I don't know, maybe like a little training or something. Maybe we could spar a little bit later. I'm sure we could get Brett to like join us or something. I don't know. It's, maybe if you're interested, but whatever. He would probably join Gail and Aility for drinks and whoever during the night. But he would want to find Marius at some point and like take him aside and kind of talk to him a little bit more.
That's fair. Fair. That's a good transition. What would Marius get up to for these first couple of days?
He would go back to the shop that sold the spell scrolls and see if he could apprentice and learn how to make spell scrolls.
Ooh. What was the name? Let me see. I have it. It is The Voyagers Entrusted. Again, it's located in this large, almost sandstone bazaar. It's almost like this large square of a building with all of these different doors and shops along the corners with on each outward facing wall, this like massive opening that leads to the interior sort of actual like market bazaar proper. But going into like the small little corner store of the Voyagers Entrusted, seeing the well-mannered rat folk sort of behind the desk in these fine robes of blue and red. Talking back and forth, you would learn that their name is Sir Estwin Trinkle. Give me a persuasion or a deception check for this sort of job proposal here.
Yeah, that's real quick. Persuasion. Oh my god! It's wait, hold on. I don't think this will work.
Is not liking the cut of your jib there, Mayor.
Oh, never mind. That does not help. Okay.
What's it to you, pretty boy?
Can you even write? Can you even read?
Any thoughts in the head?
Well, if you're gonna be like that, I don't want to work here anyway.
That's rough.
But
I
yeah,
threw up when I get
sadly.
nervous. I'm so sorry.
Performance anxiety.
Just
Oh god, I swear this has
prestidigitation
never
of
happened
just-
before.
Are your scrolls okay? It just kind of really soaked in a little bit.
Give me an insight check here, real quick.
I can't share my secrets. Okay, 21.
Ooh.
The 21. So even though you didn't do so
Lord,
good
give it,
on
Lord,
persuading
take
for a
it.
job, you're sort of trying to getting a read on this rat folk, and just sort of guessing by the way the shop is kept, the lack of foot traffic to this store. It seems kind of barren. Seeing some dust collected on some of the shelves. I mean, you don't think this guy has any either ability to hire on any sort of apprentice, but also giving him a read in the eyes. He doesn't look like he wants anyone else to know how to make these spell scrolls.
Oh.
Gatekeeper.
You, I didn't want to work here anyway. Dumb
Uh,
bitch. No, I'm just kidding. Try as gracefully as possible. Just be like, yeah, okay. Hey, sorry. I don't know how bad that one is, but yeah.
it's not, he's not like shooing you out, but
Okay.
he is just like, he's like probably pretty curt with you. Like, sorry, unfortunately, we're just unable to take anyone in. But if you are in need of any spell scrolls, I have many fine ones available. He's probably trying to start selling you stuff at that point.
Yeah, I just feel like, oh, thank you so much for your time. Just make my way out. There's two things I want to try and buy. That's too weird. I want to find a sentient cat.
Sentient cat.
I'll settle for a regular cat if I have to. And
people pick like a color.
an immovable rod. I don't choose by color, I choose by class.
And an immovable rod.
I don't like whatever you're
Give
gonna do.
me a.
Okay. This is
Please
all
tell me
separate.
Please tell me he finds a Baxi.
That's illegal. I can't own your decks.
Give me a. We'll do an investigation. Investigation or perception. Perception would be a little bit of a higher DC, probably.
Can you remind me, is this the scroll shop that we visited before, or is this a different?
This is the one we've been to before.
Okay.
Yeah, as far as I remember it, because we were looking to see if we could find a
Communication
ascending
scroll.
scroll or something.
Yeah, you get that's what I think it was like the first place you guys went by before you bumped into Jazzmere, I do believe.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I went through one.
Yeah, another 21. That's wild too, because you have a different modifier with this.
Mm-hmm.
Put in work and I get.
You begin poking around, perusing a few shops. You probably do go by like a handful of like actual like pet habitatories and even like pet shops, a few various locales. No sentient cats, unfortunately. You do see a couple of fine cats nonetheless. But with the 21, you probably walk out the store and you're probably pondering. And you're pretty sure. I mean, you don't think you specifically asked, but you think that. I know you did ask. There weren't any immovable rods at Jazzmere's. You're just having like a real hard time pondering. And roll me a history check. A 19.
Yeah.
You swear you saw what looked like a stone cat that was lurking around Jazzmere's place when you guys were sort of hanging around. you swore you saw it moving in the background. At first, you thought it was just a statue at times, but you swore you saw it moving.
What?
I don't know.
Like inside the store? Or?
Yeah. Again, at first, you thought maybe it was just a cat. Maybe that's what sort of planted the idea. But taking it in, you thought it was a statue, but then you swore you were seeing it move. And then everything happened. You sort of blew up and stormed out of the place. Probably thought about it, but you're pretty sure there was a cat there.
All right, I want to go see. Okay, this dog cat. I would like to go back and check.
Ooh. Making your way back. You'd probably
We also-
arrive at Jasmir's.
We still haven't returned the mirror, correct?
No.
Negative.
Just making sure.
Heading back to Jasmir's, probably having a bit of a light chat. Jasmir would probably ask you, if you happen to see that Koski fellow around, please tell him to come by whenever he would so like. Anything to activate this axe. But what were you here for? Something about a cat?
I just last time I was here, I thought I remember seeing like a stone cat. At first, I thought it was maybe just like a statuette, but I don't know. Maybe I'm misremembering. I just felt like I remember it moving. It's just been stuck in my head.
Well, yes. It's Granite. That's their name. And Jasmine looks around, and them being a tabaxi themselves would probably give like a bit of like a whistle, bit of a call. Just a moment or two later, coming behind some of the nearby shelves, you would see what looks like kind of like a slate gray cat at first. Sort of the low mood lighting in here makes it hard to tell. But once this standard sized cat comes up to the legs of Jasmir and like pushes up against it in like a very much like a loving manner, you can see it is a little stone cat. It's a little sentient stone cat.
Oh my god! Is that for sale? Is that offensive? I don't know. Is trade?
Oh, I mean, yes, it is fair. Again, this is Granite. It is their name. It's simple creation. Nice friend made it some time ago. I could perhaps part with it. Are you and your friends looking to part with coin now?
I mean, it's more just for me. I could potentially part with coin. How much would it be?
Oh, well, for my small friend here, I think I could part with him for about 600 gold pieces. He's incredibly handy, if I do say so myself. And like, again, like scrooches it on its stone cheek. You can hear her claw like scraping against the smooth polished stone. Yes.
I was about to ask, is it like smooth or rough? Oh, that's true. It's granite.
If you would like a demonstration, please, why don't you take him in your hands?
Oh, okay. I'll pick up the cat.
You pick up again. It's maybe about a pound, maybe a little bit over a pound. This marble statue, life size of a cat. Very cold to the touch. Not really purring. Looks up at you very happily. As you're sort of looking at it. What was the phrase? Sorry, it's been some time since I've had to actually call upon this.
I want to die.
Oh, that's right. Cease. And I need you to make a strength saving throw for me.
Negative
Your
1.
hand is crushed.
Right. I'm not a strong man. 3.
Oh god.
I only
The
look
cat,
strong.
with the cat like
A
in your
strong
arms,
baby.
it would sort of like stretch out a little bit, like cats will do from time to time. But as soon as it does that and it begins to like curl up and sleep, you feel like it's this immediate weight that it has, and without being able to do anything,
Oh.
you fall on your back. as this thing is now just laying on top of you. You're unable to move it or get it off. Just the sleeping statuette of a cat on your belly.
It's like Mjolnir's hammer, or Mjolnir.
Is there a word to make it not do this anymore? Oh, right.
Oh,
It's just
return.
It's
And then the cat would sort of stand up, and you would immediately feel that weight. It would shift back to a 1 pound statue of a cat on you as you're like on your back on the ground.
what else can it do? What is it?
That's sort of about it.
It's that's saying that's not super handy or kind of awesome. Would you take 300 gold in 2 kind of maybe lesser magic items?
What are these items?
I have a cloak of elven kind and an enchanted torch. Or I also have. Let me make sure. Maybe not. Maybe I'll hold on to that. Okay, that's what I'll offer. Maybe that'd be a dick thing.
Give me a persuasion check.
Redeem yourself.
That's not what that is. Can I give myself guidance?
Yeah, you can give yourself guidance.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's
23. Oh wait,
what's
Wait,
your persuasion bonus?
It's the same.
It's the same? Yeah, so we'll stick with
5
the 20,
and
so
5,
23. So with the 23, Jasmine would ponder the cloak, the torch, and 400 gold pieces. And granite here is all yours.
Deal.
She would hold out a furred paw for a shake on the deal.
Shake on it.
Go ahead and take the cloak and torch out of your inventory with 400 gold pieces.
Oh, I did that backwards. There we go. Time to gaslight the group and tell them I've always had you.
If you got that taken out of your inventory, you receive an immovable cat.
Oh my god, it's the best of both worlds.
holy shit.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
That's so funny.
Would the unstoppable dog be like the counterpart?
No. Kill that dog. No universe breaking things in this one. It's so great.
But this one, in its sort of static state, it will sort of move around and do its own thing if you so choose. Kind of has the flexibility. You can keep it as a statue and use the command words as you see fit, or it can stay in an animated state and then you could utilize the command words still.
Animated state.
Since it's a command word, is that a free action or?
I believe it's an action. Let me see. You can use an action to speak one of its 2 command words. Yeah, it'd still be an
Got
action.
I just realized the DC's 30.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
You were even close.
I had 10% of that.
Just imagine how amazing it would have been if you had rolled like a 19 and you're like, oh, and then no, you still fell.
Yeah, you
Okay, at least it doesn't just like destroy, or like it just kind of goes inert if it loses its health. So that's good.
We can run in pounds.
And
That's
for
That's
for you,
amazing.
Kellen, it's probably at this time for Marius. Would Marius make his way back home? Is that when Kellen would bump into him, or is Marius have a few other things?
The only thing he would start doing is playing at taverns again for just a little bit, or like at the docks in the morning, and just use detect magic to see if he ever finds somebody with chaos.
Ooh, okay.
Or would he get too distracted by his new cat?
It's yeah. I mean, maybe in this instance, because I picture it's like afternoonish, he would, maybe go home with it and like.
I feel like you'd have to be strong-willed to remember what you were doing the rest of your day after buying a cat.
But otherwise, that's kind of the only other thing of note that he would do.
That's fair. That's fair. And we'll say for maybe this first again, like day or two, maybe like even up to the third day. Nothing quite yet.
Mhm.
But Kellen, that's when you would get a hold of Marius. Maybe the morning of the second day. Maybe end of the first day sort of vibe.
Hey, Marius, I just wanted to
What's up, buddy?
just wanted to talk to you. I know we had loosely talked, maybe
Mhm.
joking around a little bit, but just really wanted to check
Mhm.
and see where you were at with that. But I think I have an idea. I mean, just in case you wanted to get rid of the big guy.
Your competition, Kellen?
I mean, if that's what you want to call him.
It's just what I've heard.
Oh yeah.
I'm just messing with you. He's
Who
he's
who did
he's a little.
who said that? Did you happen to
All my friends at the bar.
all your friends at the bar? All your friends have met Koski now?
Well, I just tell stories.
Oh, now you're just telling stories
I'm
about him to all of
I'm
your
a
friends at the
storyteller.
bar. Okay,
Yep.
cool.
You
Whatever.
left, Kellen. You left me. But I did have some thoughts on that as well, as he picks up his cat and just starts petting it. It's no big deal.
He is a polished stone cat now that is super into him.
I didn't break eye contact. Just
What?
so what was
I'm
your
sorry, I
thing?
was gone for I what seems like so long, and now you have a cat?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, what's its name?
Oh yeah, that's fair. This is Granite, and he holds it like Simba in his face.
Hi, Granite. Anyway, like I was saying, so
It's an immovable cat.
it's a what?
It's immovable.
Well, I
It's an
mean,
immovable
you
cat.
seem to be able to move it around pretty freely there.
I debate using the pounce on Kellen. I'll tell you later. I'll show you. I'll show you later.
Okay.
But yeah, Koski.
Yeah,
Because I also had some thoughts.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I would love to hear your thoughts first.
Oh,
Because, like I said, I think I have a plan, but I just want to hear your thoughts.
well, you know how you just came from Renda.
Yeah.
Well, since we know they're there, what if we have Koski go there under the guise of maybe spreading the word of Saloon? Even open a temple, maybe. Kind of have it be above board, but maybe he's just kind of our eyes and ears for us while we're gone.
I like where you're going. I like
Yeah.
I like the cogs turning there. So while I was on Renda, the Water Hollow Brotherhood, they send out recruiters and stuff, right? And
Mm-hmm.
Kellen will pull out the spear from his quiver. It just like pulls it out, and he's like, "This is one of the spears that like these guys give to people that they are like, hopeful recruits and stuff. So I was feeling like maybe we could just give this to Koski and just send him over there with that, like the guise of like a recruit." But like, how are you supposed to keep in contact with him? Do you guys have like some weird special bond because you like worship the same deity or something linked in some weird special way or whatever?
I'm not sure if what you just said is offensive or not. But no, Kellen, I didn't think about the communication part yet. I mean, we had a hard enough time getting the mirror, but I don't know. I figured maybe, we can write a letter when we get in. But I mean, maybe we should give him a choice. I mean, the recruit thing could definitely work, but they might ask him to do things he doesn't want to do, where he's pretty gung ho about Saloon.
Yeah, I don't know how like openly accepting they are of like building a temple to Saloon over in Renda, but
He doesn't have to like build it, but you know what I mean. Under the guise of a missionary, worst case.
I mean, maybe we can just throw
Yeah.
both plans out to him, and like, if one doesn't work, he can just try the other. I don't know, but like, either way,
I
it
don't
gets him
think
out
you
of
can
here,
do
right?
that. Maybe, yeah, we can at least have something good come out of it, but maybe he takes the spear discreetly, and then when he gets there, he can see which angle might work best.
Yeah. I think that's a good plan.
We'll see if he even wants to.
Speaking of which, where is Koski anyway?
That's a great point. I mean, I see him at night, like previously, but other than that, still a little distant.
Yeah, I think that he's sensing like a little hostility or something, and maybe some
Yeah,
tension.
he laid on pretty thick.
Oh, it's me? You think I thought he was sensing the tension with like everybody else in the group.
There's tension in the group.
Yeah, I imagine Brett does workouts with Koshki. Like Koshki seems like a guy who does workouts. I imagine like they've been doing that together like every morning.
Yeah.
And then they go on a bro walk where they talk about their feelings.
But yeah, I thought we had that nice dinner. I thought everything was fine now.
Everything
Yeah.
seems over. I was just saying, like, it seemed like maybe he was picking up on some of that tension that was. I don't know either. I'm oblivious to this kind of shit. So, but I don't know. Maybe we should go find him and talk to
Yeah.
him.
You were gone for like the whole time, so okay.
Actually, maybe you should probably just talk to him. Like, again, maybe it's better coming from you.
Why do I have to do it?
Because he seems to like you. He seems to respect you.
Well, you're not wrong. Give me this spear. Well,
Yeah. Here you go.
okay. Now I'll just present the options. And he just like stops to think of where he could be. For a second.
Where would Koski be?
What time of
Jeez.
day is it at this point?
Yeah, you guys tell me.
Late afternoon is what I felt.
Yeah.
So I got turned down for a job pretty quick.
Late afternoon. He probably finished up working out with Brett in the morning and going on their run. He probably like did their little nature walk, and they talked for a little bit, and then he knows that Jasmir's kind of been on him about wanting to be there a little bit to try to activate that axe for her. So he's probably wandering his way back over to Jasmir's.
Ooh, maybe thematically you guys see him coming
I was
down
gonna
the
say, we're not
street.
too
Because like
far.
that's kind of where Marius loosely just came from.
Oh, hey, look. You didn't even have to avoid him because he's right there.
Oh yeah, you know what? Actually, I'm just gonna go inside real quick. You guys have your private time.
Okay, I'll invite him inside when he gets here.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go up to my room. So whatever you
Okay. I see Cal just slinks off when we're in the middle of town.
want.
Yeah.
Just hard exit stage right.
Just
Yeah, like as Kellen leaves frame, Koski is walking into frame, basically.
No, we need at least the like 10-second scene, like costume change. It's gotta be off screen for just enough time.
Marius.
Ah, Koski, we were just talking about you.
Oh.
Well, that's him. We were wondering where you were. And he looks over and Kellen's just gone.
Yeah,
I was wondering where you were. Where you headed, buddy?
I head to Jasmir's shop. She asked I do glowy thing with X very often.
Tuck yourself out. Is there like a little kind of clear spot? Little
Yeah,
place
something
you
like a
could
little
talk.
park nearby, like a
Something like
little
that.
mini pavilion.
Oh. I kind of directed that way because if you just walk with me for a moment, we're gonna be leaving in 10 days, and I just you kind of fit in with the group fairly well. I just wondered if maybe you would have any interest in doing us a favor,
What is
helping us out a little more.
this favor that Marius asked of Koski?
Well, you see, there's some people in Renda who aren't exactly our friends. And I was just wondering if maybe while we're gone, you could help keep an eye on them. If you're comfortable with that, there's just a couple ways we thought it could work if you even wanted to.
You no want Koski go with you to rescue friend in danger?
Well, it's kind of like, and I don't want to put you in this situation, but also like, we have a lot going on here that we don't necessarily want to walk away from.
Is why Saloon bring us together, no?
Yeah, so that was, I was thinking either you could try and spread the word of Saloon, or maybe pose as a recruit, even. Just, you brought it up. Like, you don't have to. I can't force it. If you come with us, you come with us. It would just be a big help.
How long Koski have till Koski have to make decision?
I mean, not until we leave. We should have more than a week. So, and you could even change your mind up until we leave. It's not a big deal.
Koski tell you what. Marius and Koski. Commune with Saloon at night. Ask for guidance. She give answer. Koski go where Saloon tell.
Okay. That's fair.
Deal.
I'll find you tonight.
Deal.
Done.
All right.
Done. Marius though might go with Koski to watch him like activate the axe because he's never been around for that.
Ooh, taking him and your new cat sort of back to
back in.
the
Just thematically, I'll just look who I found, and he'll just like watch.
And activating it for Jasmine, she would begin inspecting it. She'd have all sorts of different tools and instruments that she would use, and she'd be like writing notes the whole time. Fairly boring. Once it's activated, she is like all quiet unless someone walks into the shop. which isn't too often, honestly. Every once in a while, but not too many people coming through.
After like 5 minutes, probably get bored and walk out with his cat. But yeah, and that's it. That's all we do.
Anything else for our first couple of days for everyone? It would probably be, again, maybe it is that first night, maybe it is like the second night when Marius and Koski can go out and pray. But before heading out to Saloon, Aelity would actually come up to you, Koski. I know you gave this to me as like a peace offering or whatever, but I think you should give it to someone else. And she would sort of like look away and hand over the hand mirror.
Yeah, okay, suit yourself. You feel okay, Elodie? Look a little paler than usual.
I'm fine. I just don't like that mirror a whole lot. I don't like looking at it.
Yeah, okay. Okay, give to Marius. For the loss.
Yeah, sure. And she would probably storm back upstairs.
It makes a lot of sense though that she doesn't want it anymore.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so Koski would probably hand it over to Marius the first chance that he gets.
Perfect. As you guys head out to go do your ritual, passing off the mirror, you can add that to your inventory, Mr. Carson.
Yeah, Elodie says she no want to hold onto mirror anymore, so here you go.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I was looking for it.
Gilbert's looking glass.
Okay. Interesting. She's going through a lot. No. Take it.
How many charges did we get over these past 2 days?
It's probably all charged up at this point because Aelity has not been using it.
Okie dokie.
Fair.
Anybody want to like make any phone calls with that thing or anything? Like, anybody want to shut back up on Captain Professor?
Yeah, I was like, do we need to check back in with
Make
her?
sure she's not dead.
I'm not that worried about that. I mean, it's been a long time. If she was gonna die, I feel like she would have died at this point since she's captured. You know, like they would have just killed her instead of keeping her.
Forever the optimist.
That's my
Yeah,
thought.
maybe we could get something more specific, location wise. Like coordinates would be great. You think she knows those?
Yeah, is she inside a building? Is she underground? What's the situation like?
All very fine questions.
Oh. Okay, so I guess we'll reach out.
After getting the mirror, do you guys go back and do that instead of doing your prayers?
Oh,
I'd imagine that like you guys were like heading to pray, and then like Koski's like, "Oh yeah, here's this mirror, by the way. I just got this."
Sorry, you're ready. Yeah, we go pray.
Give me some religion checks, you guys. Going back to your familiar little spot, this little overlook on one of these high up ledges here in Port Starsail.
In true fashion, can we do performance checks instead?
Yeah, if you guys are playing that same way this time for sure, you can do performance checks.
We're jamming. We got a loot. Yeah, I don't know if you. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, performance. 22.
Wild out.
You want me to expend one of my flute charges, or do you want me to do a performance roll?
Probably a performance roll. When you do a performance, it doesn't sound as gnarly. Usually when you pop one of those charges is when it sounds real like discordant and creepy. But you can if that's what you want the tone to be.
22 and an 18.
and practice.
And similar as last time, Marius sort of manipulating some of these illusions. You guys getting better and better. You're almost like making a set list at this point. While it almost always starts as a little free form, you almost always fall into these like same rhythmic tones and melodies.
Oh, we made Salute a mixtape.
You guys are writing a Christian album.
Yeah.
Your
It's new age
performances-
Christian rock.
We'll call ourselves Creed.
My God
Spell it with a
is
K.
an awesome God he made.
And what sort of like illusionry would you be making this time around, Marius? What's our visual?
I always like the lit night sky with the moonlight pouring in. And since we're playing maybe like 2 figures dancing in it,
Ooh, I like that.
like interpretive dance, kind of dramatic, worshipy
Mhm.
kind of vibe. Yeah, kind of it. Almost like Faces Coveted Doll vibe, but not creepy.
Yeah, they're like very just like bland figures,
Yeah.
but they're like full motion.
Mhm.
As you guys are playing, it's like a couple of minutes. The illusionary figures dancing not only in the illusionary moonlight, but the actual moonlight overhead, as it's a fairly full moon. Couple of moments of this playing without you really willing it. It's not part of what you've put into this illusion. You would see soaring over the heads of these figures would be seabirds, a flock of seagulls. Not very detailed, just swoop through the illusion. And both of you would hear caw, caw, like seabirds caw overhead at the dead of night as you go both look around, maybe still loosely playing. You see no birds, though they remain in the illusion, almost swirling through as these seabirds would soar up to the moon. And as they touch this illusionary moon, they would sort of burst out. This like glittering light would almost scatter down onto the 2 dancing silhouettes in this illusionscape.
Oh, sounds like you're going to Renda.
Brenda Koski Godin is I mean,
How do we interpret
for more
that?
information, that's how Koski interpret as well. But for more information for Koski, any kind of people specifically, Koski looking for description of people.
I mean, you really want to look out for the organization of the Water Hollow Brotherhood. And I would describe L. I don't know the family's last name. I don't write it down, so I'll do my best.
Given everything over again, even though you don't remember it, I'm sure Marius
Marius
does.
would.
And
Arneza.
I have runs by Alexa, so I'd stand it. Arneza.
Arneza.
Yeah.
So describe L, say Alexa, Arneza, and then the Water Brotherhood. And that's just kind of what you want to keep tabs on. And then, explain what the spear is for, and then let them decide. I'll give you a little coin if you need it.
Koski have plenty of coin.
Okay.
Koski thinking and figure out when Koski get there what best way to go about. But how Koski's supposed to stay in touch with Marius? Tell about the goings on over in Renda. How long Koski's supposed to stay in secret cover.
Yeah, well, I mean, just stay secret as long as you need to be safe. I'm gonna figure out the rest of that over these next few days. I'll have to pick Helen's brain, about we could ever get like letters to you, or maybe we'll see about curing this mirror. Permanently.
Koski also
We'll work on it.
need X before Koski leave.
Yeah.
Koski no
course.
leave without X.
Try to.
Oh.
No, of course, no. We really want you to. So I'll work on that, or we'll try and find his spells. Or remembers he couldn't.
Koski
We'll work on it.
remember a group of individuals that he traveled with one time use a stone that they talk into. Like message stone.
Like a ascending stone. I don't. Maybe we could try and. That's fair because you'd be here. That's a great point. Okay, maybe we'll try and find that over the next bit of time. We'll have to double check the range. I guess there's no range. Yeah. As he like ponders himself the like logistics, and it's just like, okay, this can work.
Mm-hmm. Maybe this is like as you guys are making your way back home again. It's probably the dead of night. And again, this could be the first night, second night sort of vibe. We're kind of playing timey-wimey. It's in the span of these first couple of days.
Can I technically call Saloon with the mirror?
You could try.
You should totally try. That would be dope. I just want to see for science.
Do it.
Because he really is song.
Is that like blasphemy to like try to see your god? I don't know.
I think you do have to attune to it. I do believe. Let me double check it.
Oh yeah, yeah, you do.
Attune to it. I mean, it's going to, but just a thought.
Yeah, you guys make your way back to the house. Maybe thematically, we'll say it just so happens to be nightly drink time. See.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you say I have to attune to it?
Yes, you have to attune to it.
Okay, I was just gonna mark it. Thank you. Sorry.
I mean, you can set it up to do that. You know, it's just thematically in the world. You haven't taken that hour to sort of like set yourself to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was just gonna make a note.
You're good.
You can only have so many, right?
Yeah, you can only have 3.
Mm-hmm.
3 attuned items.
Do I have to attune to the cat?
No, the cat is not. I don't believe so.
I didn't see anything in the writing.
Yeah, if it's not in a little description, you should be good.
Cool. Okay. Sorry. Thank you.
All right. Make your way back to the house. Again, thematically, we'll say, just to make life easy, maybe it is that nightly drink time. You see Gail, Aelity, Kellen maybe having a drink at the table. As you guys enter, maybe not long after, Brett would return home after a long day of rehearsal, probably pretty wiped. As we would see our party reunited again, sitting at the table, drinks around if you guys so choose. Aelity would probably be keeping to herself, though she's not like disengaging so much, even if I'm not talking like for her. She's not like isolated out. She's a part of it while not too vocal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So at this point, is Marius attuned to the mirror yet, or is this that first night after he got it?
Probably first night after he got it. Probably still hasn't taken that full hour too. But definitely doable, essentially. Like the attunement process is likely happening like as you're just hanging around the table sort of vibe.
Mm-hmm. Well, if it's fully charged, like Elodie says, then we should use something tonight.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know how I know if it's working. And he'll just pull it out and look into it.
Yeah. Let's say, 15, 20, 30 more minutes pass and you do give it that check and you look at it and the face of it is still. It's a beautiful hand mirror. And as you look at your reflection in it, you look beautifully angelic. you almost have a glow about you, your eyes shining. As you kind of readjust the mirror, you can see your like sort of ethereal wings that you pop out. They're there, but they are material, full, real feathered wings on your back.
Probably looks weird, but he's like holding it up, like looking behind him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's like moving his shoulders around. Okay, I think it's working, and he'll just look over his shoulder to make sure that he didn't accidentally pop his wing.
Can I try to look in the mirror over his shoulder?
Yeah, if you do sort of give it a shot, there's no reflection of anything. It's just this beautiful, what would look to be a reflective mirror surface, but even if you like stick your hand in front of it, you can't see any reflection. If Marius looks straight at it, you don't see any reflection.
Brett's a
What are
vampire.
you doing?
Just
Eldritch Blast.
it like doesn't work for me. It looks so weird.
Yeah, I mean, I can see, the wings that sometimes I can
What?
create. They're just there.
There's just
See
wings
that?
there
Look at that.
in the mirror.
He looks like a weirdo, just like moving his shoulders around.
You know, I thought you were just like getting self-absorbed and looking at yourself, but that makes more sense now.
It's a real 80-20.
Wait, so does everybody look weird in the mirror?
No, I don't even see Brett.
But like,
Yeah, and I can't see him or his
but I
wings.
wonder if everybody looks weird in the mirror. I wonder if like Brett attuned to it and he could see himself in the mirror. I wonder what he would look like.
I wonder what you
I
would look
wonder
like.
what I would look like
Yeah.
too.
If anything, yeah, I'm most curious about Kellen, because
Yeah.
Brett would probably just be fire, and I would probably just be air. So
Indeed.
maybe I wouldn't even be there.
Yeah, this was a bad idea. This was a bad question to ask. Just kidding. Marius, just ask the mirror questions. Let's change the subject.
I don't know. I'm a little
No,
curious
no,
now.
that's
Let's
not.
back
You
down.
don't ask the mirror questions,
Don't ask
Kellen.
the mirror questions.
That's a different mirror.
It's not like
No,
a.
it allows you to cast.
Oh, it's not like a
sending.
mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the greatest?
That's
What's
just
that
What is
fairy
that?
tales.
Marius?
I haven't heard that one.
You have to ask what you already know.
She's only heard fancy nursery rhymes. Brett will sit back down and let you focus.
Yeah. So what do we need to ask Liliana? What do we want to ask?
That's what Kellen looks like in the mirror.
Oh, well, we should let her
Ooh.
know that, like, we're coming.
Oh,
I mean, I think she kind of has that idea.
But, like,
Yeah.
for sure.
Well,
Yeah, sure.
yeah, I guess it's fair.
Okay, let me think of what to send.
We need more info on her side of the situation. Like, is she inside a building? How easily can we get to her? Are we going to have to fight a army, or could we be stealthy? Oh God, that's terrifying.
Please advise.
Let's see.
I know that was a lot. That's definitely more than 35 words, but
Trying to think.
In game, you're just, like, scribbling on paper and
Is it fair?
scratching it out,
Yeah.
and then scribbling this,
Well,
and then
it's
you're
like, I'll just
counting,
have
and then you're...
Just have a word counter, so it's easier. So we want to know our location. Tell them we're on the way.
oh, Aelity, it looks like you could use some more rum. Does anyone else want some rum? I'm gonna go
Oh.
grab another bottle.
I'm good, and Marius just using
Wait,
his own
hold on.
spells.
Question. While Marius is doing all of this, Aelity,
Mhm.
why did you not want the mirror anymore?
I
He's
just
like, chill.
don't want it.
Did you look weird?
I got my own stuff going on. Does Aelity look weird?
Did you look weird, Aelity?
Yeah, I looked like a crazy shadow person. I looked evil.
Oh, that's wild.
I just look back as I make my way into the kitchen. Like, uh-huh.
Oh, that's wild. Anyway. Continue.
It sucked.
It sucked.
I'm pretty sure she actually told me what she saw, right?
Yeah,
Am I remember? Okay, I was like, am I remembering that wrong?
I'm pretty sure she did.
Okay.
Okay, Marius Lind asked the group, this is what he's got. We're on our way. Do you know your location or how to find you? Are you safe? We found out about Water Hollow Brotherhood. We're using the ship from our previous journey to find you. We do have 7 more days. So.
That sounds good to me.
Mm-hmm.
Got how many charges on the mirror?
4 is
4.
the cap amount.
So this is 2. Well, if we cast it twice, we might break it. Did it just done be broke?
We have already risked that at least once, possibly twice already. Not saying that we should again. I'm more saying, like, in that case, we shouldn't. We've already done that roll a couple times.
And we have like 7 more days at this point or something.
Yeah,
We got time.
We got time.
So that's a good start.
All right, he's gonna use the mirror.
Gonna use the mirror. You look into it. You probably think the name of the person as you expel the charges, casting the enhanced sending spell. And again, that surface of the mirror, for the first time, you would see it begin to swirl and churn. And it sort of stays in this almost swirling. Like the surface still looks reflective. You can still almost like see your reflection loosely as it's this like whirlpool happening within the hand mirror. But the spell is active. What would you like to say?
Yeah, I'll do the. Let me confirm. So we are on our way. Do you know your location or how to find you? Are you safe? Found out about Water Hollow Brotherhood. We are using the ship from our previous journey to find you.
And there'd be a bit of a delay. It's good to hear your voice, Marius. I have been troped about Ravnica by the cult of Rakdos. I believe currently I'm in the 10th district. Get here, find Kea Kassir. I think I have 5 words left.
Okay,
Yeah, 5 words
That
left.
sounds right.
5 words left. Find Kea Kassir.
Yeah, find Kea Kassir.
I believe in you all.
Aw.
Who the fuck
Yeah,
is
so that's
Kea
obviously the
Kassir?
first next question that you ask.
I am the captain now.
Mhm.
You know what is nice about leaving 2 charges on it is that tomorrow, even if we just get 1, we'll still have, we'll ensure that we have 1 charge left on it.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, we should all just have like a little drink and relax now, then, right? From a little more game plan, maybe come up with a few more questions. Do we have any more follow-up questions besides who was Kea Kasir?
Where is Ravnica again?
You guys would have learned that
Sphere?
Ravnica is in a different sphere.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, so you guys know it would be quite the spell jamming journey, but it did sound like Captain Casper had an idea of where it was.
Like,
That's right. It's Captain
Did
Casper.
we ask? Yeah, did we get an idea of how long that would be?
No, I don't believe so.
no, I
don't
think
that
we
was a
were gonna.
question.
Yeah,
I think we were just
So-
gonna talk to Captain Casper more when he got here. Kind of told him the urgency of what was going on and stuff, right?
True. Yeah, we did convey all that urgency, and I guess it doesn't really matter knowing ahead of time how long it's gonna be.
Well,
it
we'll
wouldn't
need
hurt,
supplies.
Yeah, I was like, it wouldn't hurt. No, as I said that, I was like, yeah, well, yeah. So maybe that's what we do next: is contact Casper tomorrow, see how long they think it's gonna be to get to Ravnica. Have you heard of Kea Kasser? Kasir?
Kea
I wrote
Kasir.
that weird. Is there a way I can say that?
Is the cult of Rakdos the same? Like, this is a different group than what we like originally set out to deal with, right? Like the chaos group. Like, this is a totally different.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
From my understanding.
So we don't know anything about them necessarily.
No.
No, I mean, this is a whole separate planet. This is a whole other thing. If you guys had to take a shot in the dark based on sort of the loose knowledge you guys not only learned but you sort of had at your disposal when you guys sort of learned who Liliana was, or who Professor Onyx was actually, this probably has to do with her past. This is like her past coming back to like bite her in the ass, sort of thing. As not as much as like as you would assume maybe about the chaos magic stuff.
Yeah, because she was kind of a bad guy in the flip.
I guess that makes sense. So yeah, it doesn't even really matter from what other like it could be anyone really. Could be somebody who didn't like her for her bad things. Someone could be someone who didn't like her for her good things. Could be someone who doesn't like you for both because they're like, you're a hypocrite.
But I thought if you play both sides, you always come out on top.
No, Marius.
I have something to tell you.
I've secretly been working with
The Water Hollow Brotherhood. Keep it
No.
From the beginning.
At 2, Peter Pettigrew.
Eyes turn purple. Don't be mad, but I did a thing.
Also, maybe not best time to bring up, but Koski and Marius have been talking, and Koski is actually going to Renda. He is going to check in to covert operation for new friends and keep eye on evil people.
What?
Oh.
Koshki, you're gonna leave us? For what? Oh man, I was so looking forward to.
I mean, I would, it would be nice to have another to the group, but I, feel like it is kind of important. There's too many things going on. It would be nice to have somebody that we can rely on, watching over things.
We've just kind of gotten
Koski
so
keep
far
an
here.
eye on things around here, keep things under control for friends, and since Tiny Blue Boy back, I guess you are quote-unquote protected, so no need Koski no more.
Well, we do need
Brett
you.
can't
We
help
just
but be
need you
looking at you
here.
with like the biggest puppy dog eyes. He's so sad.
So If anybody
Feels
has
just
any,
like I've never heard someone call them Tiny Blue Boy.
it's all perspective. But we do need to see if we can find maybe some sending stones or some way to reach out to Koski when we get back.
Oh,
So just
that makes
everyone
sense.
keep in mind. Something just to keep an eye out for as we kind of like, maybe start thinking about supplies and stuff like that. So.
I guess it's a good thing. Bring up how much money do we have? I personally have. I always forget I have some platinum, so I'm like, I'm so
Oh, I
poor,
did
and then
too.
I look at it and I'm like, oh no, I'm not that poor.
Hey, it's my savings. I forget it's there.
So I have 109 gold and 14 platinum.
Kellen has let's see here, 71 gold. Koski has 195 gold and 14 platinum.
Damn.
Boy.
Oh yeah, I guess that 14 platinum must have been part of our payment, huh?
Aw.
I'm glad you guys noticed that, because I definitely forgot that we had platinum too. I was like, damn, 400 gold? How's he affording that?
And it's 10 gold per platinum piece, correct?
Correct.
I apologize.
So for the 104 or for the 14
Yeah, that's
platinum, the most
140.
you have, it's 100.
That's funny, Dad. I didn't even miss that. I could have just bought this kit.
Well, that and Marius also had he
Yeah,
had his bonus gold from the phage
Oh, yeah.
permutation.
Yeah.
So you were
Yeah.
pretty well loaded.
he got bonus gold, and then I know even before all this, a couple of us were kind of loaded from the
Non-stop
supplies
working.
and the supplies, the souvenirs and stuff, the
Mhm.
merch.
Oh,
The merch sales that Brett got no part of, just saying.
He got one or two small payments. I remember
Yeah.
I remember Phineas cutting him in a couple of times.
He did.
But not
Well-
like Kellen or or like some others.
I was working. That's where all my money came from.
Hard work.
So Kellen would
Hard
like
work.
to bring up, you guys also, my memory may be a little hazy on some of this stuff. You guys said something about Garther the Wise being evil. Did you maybe want to like check in on any of that before we take off?
I mean, but how? Like, we're not even really allowed back on campus unless we or campus. Well, I guess it is
Leave.
kind of a campus.
It's like a campus, yeah.
Well, I
Like,
thought
we
the
need-
whole idea was like, if he's good, then we like hang out, and like since we think he's not, we like won't. Is
Yeah,
there
like
more than that?
I think that was kind of part of it, was just kind of sussing out in general is if he's good or bad. And since he's bad, like I just don't think we should get
Okay.
involved.
I just wanted
We
to
don't,
clarify. I just wanted to check in and see. I mean, I know that he has Marius's baby, and he's doing God knows what with it. So
I don't. If anything, I think it's more the slots. Like,
They covered granite tears when you said that.
is it like more like the gravy, like the slot gravy? Like they just like sucked it out of him before it could like form into anything?
because
Is that
like
how it works?
I mean, I don't exactly know, but I mean, from what this is me talking out of my ass IRL, but like from what I remember from the books, I feel like it's more like slots kind of just reproduce asexually, and they're just kind of using, living beings as like a median, like just a something to stick it all
Yeah,
to.
That would make them a parasite
I don't
or a
know if I can
virus.
trust I can trust the one paragraph that you read out of the one book that one time, Gail.
Look, I very vividly remember that paragraph. Okay.
Wait, we studied them at school or something, right? Like,
Yeah.
You guys did. You guys had a
Yeah.
whole like it was like what, a quarter year of whatever that class was. I
Yeah,
can't
and if
remember. But yeah.
mystical
I don't
creature.
remember super well or not, because again, lots has happened since then. But I'm pretty sure Gail and I failed the shit out of that test.
I know Brett did fine.
I remember scraping by the skin of my teeth.
I got you guys. The only person that did not pass the slotty test was actually Mary's.
It's
It's so funny.
Oh, this is full circle. That's probably why. That's not where slot
Amazing.
babies come from. Oh god, that's where they come from. You can get a
This is
slot
why
baby
education
first
is
time.
so important.
My slots.
It only takes once.
We should be talking about prevention.
Seriously.
Touch is all it takes.
Oh my god.
Do you guys happen to remember that really weird PSA
You will
where
get
it's like
pregnant and you'll
sex doesn't
die.
happen by accident, and it's like it shows two people like in these weird like
Specific scenario.
mishaps that like have them fall down and then their parts meet.
No,
And I'm
I don't
What the
remember
hell?
this.
Yeah, I cannot find it because I thought about it the other day. And anyway, okay, sounds like no one else remembers that.
Sounds like
No!
sounds like a weird
I
thing
could
to
understand-
shoot.
Are
I
you
could
trying to-
understand why somebody would want to delete that from the internet, though.
Maybe it
Is
was like
this
maybe
your
I
YouTube
found it on
channel?
a, well, I might have found it on a YouTube channel because maybe it was one of those weird PSAs from like a different country. Because like Australia would be crazy.
People.
I remember there's a PSA where two porn stars show up to the front door and they're like, "Hello, ma'am. Are you aware that your teenage son has been watching our content? We're two consenting adults, but that doesn't mean it's okay for your child to be, you know." And like that's the PSA, and it's like a dominatrix at the front door.
What the fuck?
That's fucking crazy. Back to our fantasy world of imagination.
Well, hold on. Where's that video?
Suddenly, there's a
I'm
knock
talking
on our
about
front
this
door.
Can you imagine the fantasy PSAs?
Oh, God.
Speaking of fantasy PSAs.
Uh,
So what's our game plan as we kind of again we're wrapping up like the first couple of days of this downtime. We'll move into like the mid days and then we'll get to the final days.
I think we decided to contact Captain Casper, just kind of let him know like where we've arrived on everything, where we're going, kind of that. And then maybe we probably want to find out how long this trip is so we can start gathering supplies.
And we're doing that like on the following night sort of vibe.
Maybe we'll do Captain Casper
And
and
there's
then
time.
Liliana.
Is there a way we could maybe, or like, if it's convenient at all, if we could drop off Koski, like on the way to drop them off near Redna?
2-day.
Or
Renda.
Is it Redna or
Yeah,
Renda?
Red
Only a 2-day boat ride.
We're putting him on a. Yeah,
Only a
we're
2-day
putting him on a
2-day
boat.
boat
Oh,
ride,
okay, that's
so.
not that bad.
I
I
wanna
thought
know
it
take
was,
the snail
for some
mail.
reason I thought it was longer.
You can take the bus.
It's
Right.
loosely 3 days. Could be
Yeah,
longer
but
based on like weather and obviously.
It's like
but on average. It can be 2 days if it's like great winds and great
seems like
conditions.
a
for sure.
well-traveled individual. Ellen looks over at him and looks at his like crusty like mane and scarification, just like kind of just like yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, because your freaky tentacles are so
Yeah, you talk about your pretty wings there, boy.
I'm sorry, I'm an angel. Yeah, Marius the next day will contact Captain Casper, and then the day after, if there's the charges, Liliana again.
Yeah. Roll me 1d4.
Pardon me.
Charge, 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 charge.
Yeah, full charge.
Eight?
Yeah.
Easy enough. Safe
Huzzah.
messages can be had over these next couple of days. Even if you roll ones, you're totally Gucci. So what's your message to Casper?
Sorry, I had Liliana figured out.
Oh, you can do Liliana first as well.
Okay.
We don't have to go in sequential order of when you would have done it. Just like, the next couple of days of messages should be safe.
Liliana was who is Kea Cassier? How do we find them? What other districts have you been to? How invasive is the cult of Rakdos on Ravnica? Any other friends we can reach out to while there? Let's see. Or I can post that if that helps you.
No, should be good.
Okay.
Not many allies here. Kea is a trusted planeswalker. An ally of sorts. She can be trusted. The cult is throughout Ravnica. One of the 10 guilds. High in number.
That was 30.
Yes, yeah. The 10th district is it.
Ooh. Okay.
And the little bit of research you guys were able to do, I mean, Ravnica is a city spanning state. It is a planet that is an entire city. And so you would assume that there are many districts, many blocks, many boroughs. And the best she's been able to give you over these past messages is the 10th district, and that this Kea Kassir is a trusted planeswalker, at least an ally.
Of sorts. Whatever that means.
I'm gonna think for Captain Casper real quick. If anybody wants to think of anything else to say for Liliana, or if you want to do like their midday adventures for a second.
Yeah, because we got time. I mean, Liliana, even if you were to message her once, bare minimum, she doesn't seem to be in immediate danger. Her life isn't at stake by like a moment-to-moment basis sort of thing.
I also can't think of what else we need.
Yeah, and Casper's in transit, as assumingly. So you guys got time. Again, pretty early in your 10-day start.
I have a random minor thing.
Yeah.
Over the past few days, Gail would have tried to convince Koski to go take a nice bath in a nice bathhouse. Get a
Give him a
massage,
glow up.
have a spa day. No. It's very necessary to properly rest your muscles.
Muscles forged by strengthening, not by loosening and weakening. Ask Brett. Know all about. Tell me all about. Make me so much stronger.
But like, look at those elbows. Look at how ashy that is.
Ashy?
Look at it. That's
What
not
is
good. You see this, and she like rubs your elbow. There's like a little dandruff coming off.
And
Ew.
like dirt
Ashy.
and scabs. Like
Yeah.
Dirt.
It's
Ashy.
It's natural
That's
part
gross.
of the explorer. How you say persona? Bravado.
I mean, yeah, like, obviously you can't maintain it when you're out in the wild, but when you come back to society,
But
you should
Koski just
wash
go
it
out
away.
again and just have to build up layer of filth all over. And is uncomfortable. Koski finally used to all of the soot, grime, and dirt, and is finally at a nice musk level.
No. What?
As Gale racks their brain.
Don't tell
I don't
people
think
how to be a man, Gail. You don't get it.
I look over to Ailey. It's like talking to a wall, I swear. It's like I say jump, and it's just like I'm a wall.
And we'll get into the next couple of days as the time begins to move on. You guys are beginning to get back into some kind of basic routines. Is there anything in particular that you guys would sort of get into other than the sort of basics that we talked about in the first couple of days?
Marius would ask around to see if there is a way to get to the library that's held in the university, like a legitimate way.
Mm.
I could ask around at the theater. People might know.
Thinking you could ask around like some of the regulars he's seen at some of the bars. If anybody else wants to ask around where they've been. But yeah. Or maybe I should phrase that so he would kind of tell the group. It's like, maybe we can find a way to legitimately get there and just, even if we don't seek Arthur, just get some research done.
Yeah, I mean, split up.
Kind of, yeah, well, just, yeah, everyone, I'd rather just do this above board.
We'll say thematically, maybe this is like the end of like the next day, like another 24 hours or so have passed. Maybe it's, your third, fourth, maybe even fifth day here after, sending some messages, going about your bits. Maybe it's a late at night. Maybe all you guys reconvening over drinks, coming up with a plan. Ailey would probably come back a little later than normal. She would come in and she would immediately sort of like sit down or like a heavy seat looking at all of you, and she would just like hard slap down a sealed letter on the table. I overheard part of what you're talking about. This is a little serendipitous, maybe. You would see an envelope, flipping it over. It would be labeled to Hosky and his snarling team, with an address to the Sunnyside Tavern over at sort of the dock side of Port Starsail.
Oh shit! This is from
Garther.
No, yeah, Garther. Yeah. I was like, God, what is his name? I always blink on it because it's weird. I always like want to say Arthur, but I'm like, it's not that.
Are we all there?
I would assume so. Again, like thematically, it's like in the end of the day, everyone sort of has come back to the house. You've had another day of rehearsals. Koski's probably been at Jasmire's all day, just hanging out, activating the acts.
That's you said his snarling team.
That's good.
That's so funny.
I don't know. I think Kellen sees that and thinks that that's really weird. You guys didn't say anything to him about anything, did you?
We would have. Yeah, we would have told you about the slogs. You're just making fun of me being pregnant.
But didn't someone introduce us as Team Snarl?
Yeah,
I guess we did use Team Snarl.
What should I call you? Team Snarl.
Oh,
Alone.
okay.
What the
Well,
fuck?
then I guess that's not as menacing. But you guys did say that he was evil.
Well, he's chaos magic,
Yeah, we're pretty sure he's evil since like he's kind of messing with the whole slot thing. Like that's a little weird. And then like, you know, two of us sensed chaos magic like pretty prevalently in him. Like he's very much using chaos magic on a regular basis.
Well, let's see what it says. I need to reach for it to open it. It's a letter, right?
Yeah, you grab the
Yeah.
letter, open it, move the seal, and show it to everybody.
Oh, excuse me.
10 points.
Oh, for my burp.
Yes, my lord.
Okay.
Someone wants to read it out loud for the party, maybe Marius, fittingly,
Yeah.
for
You're
audio
the one who reached
purposes.
for it.
Koski and his snarling team. As I move closer and closer to the final phases of my current research, I request your team's skilled services once more. After a few not so fruitful trials, I believe my current test shall prove successful, but to help ensure that nothing unfortunate transpires, I would like very much to employ you all to aid in overseeing the safety of this current iteration of my work. If you and your team are available, please make your way to the Lapis Universities at your earliest convenience. As per our last meeting, you will need to present this letter to gain entry to the campus grounds. Garth the Wise.
Oh shit. Yeah, that line right there, she's pointing to the like after a few not so fruitful trials. That makes me feel like the baby's dead.
Oh
Why
no,
didn't
Marius, your
say that?
baby.
Oh. Hold on. My brother's here.
Sitting there just petting cat.
It would be purring if it could.
That's what I tell people.
When are my rehearsals? Are they like all day? Because I don't know if I can even go.
I mean, they're kind of on and off. Roll me a D100, high or low. See if it's an early or a late practice tomorrow.
And then I have 2 more messages.
Always
No
high.
rush. Just a heads. Ooh.
Hey.
It would be a later practice tomorrow, later
Hell yeah.
rehearsal.
That's what I
You'd be free in
imagined
the
too,
morning.
so that works. They know theater people are alcoholics, all right? We need some hangover time in the morning.
You'd maybe assume that at first, and then you realize you're just working around the schedule of the open and still operating theater itself. Like there is a small practice space, but it's really you guys like performing around the set pieces that they currently have up for the play that's about to end, like its current run.
Ah. I can make it. I can go. Hey.
But yeah, late practice, so you're free in the morning. Aelity probably like looks over the letter. Oh boy. Yeah. This is kind of interesting. I was talking to the hobgoblin barkeep. He said it arrived. It was earlier this afternoon, I think is what he said. So, yeah, get to this guy first thing in the morning. It gets us on the campus.
It's true. It's gonna be good.
It sounds good to me.
But we like can't just like go to the library just cause with this letter, right?
Well, if she's up for it, Aelity does know visibility. Worst case.
Yeah. I mean, I can make one of you guys invisible.
Yeah. Or we can just ask Garther. Part of payment.
Oh, that's a good idea. Maybe get like a pass.
Not rock the boat or. Yeah. Maybe try that first and then go from there.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
But I mean, Aelid, if you're feeling off, you don't have to go.
I was gonna say something about that. I've just
If your head's not in it, it might just be safer.
I know I kind of brushed over it the other day, but it's kind of hard. I thought I wanted to have the choices to call the shots. You know, Finn always called the shots, but I don't know if I like calling all the shots sometimes.
Get that. Sometimes it's nice just to coast, I guess. But
Your whole life having someone to talk to and think you're making a call for their best interest, and now I'm not so sure.
well, maybe after we get Liliana, we can focus on Phineas. See if there's a way to undo all this.
Yeah. I think we
That's
have
what you
to
want.
focus on this chaos magic stuff.
Yeah. So
Honestly.
I mean, also might be a good thing that you do hang back just in case. I mean, Garthur does have chaos magic, so
Sure. That's a good point. Well, if one of you, you have the mirror, so I guess if there is anything bad, you could let me know.
yeah.
Like
I'll
you
just
said, I
reach
have
out to you.
invisibility. Maybe I could get to you guys.
Gil, you can
So-
make people invisible too, right? Just in case.
Could work. Oh, that's right.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I'm helping my brother out,
Yeah,
but yes,
you're
I can
good.
make people invisible. Yeah, sorry, I'm gonna have missed a whole bunch of stuff, but just keep going.
Don't worry, we're there. Just kidding. Yeah, Gale can make people invisible. Worst case. So I guess it's settled tomorrow morning.
I mean, he doesn't.
Yeah,
He
he's
hasn't
back.
necessarily seen me, right? So, like, if worst comes to worst, like, you could just like pop me invisible, and I just go do some snooping.
True. Let's see why not. I mean, I don't know. We could also
Oh no, I think we should do the
try the
legit
legit
passway
passway.
first. I'm just saying, if anything goes south.
Okay,
Yeah, we should. We're doing things
I'm
the
with it.
right way now, Marius. We try the good thing first, and then we do the shitty thing.
Well,
Sometimes. Okay.
Like a
Like
70
that.
30, 80
25,
20.
25?
I just don't want to be pigeonholed. Oh,
Okay.
too much. Renda changed you. Do I have a charge in the mirror that night? Do I have enough? Sure. Roll.
Yeah, you got a charge.
I'll reach out to the captain, Casper.
Hmm.
And how long until you arrive? And how long would it take? Well, here. Captain, it's Marius. How long until you arrive? How long to travel to Ravnica? Do you have friends in Ravnica? Do you know how to find a Kea Kessier?
I have 8 more.
Bit of 8 more words.
I have 8 more.
I have 8 more words.
Mm-hmm.
Do we need any supplies before we go?
A bit of a delayed response. Captain Casper would come back. I think we're about 5 days out, give or take. As far as travel time there, could be about 2 months. Loosely. Supplies, we're hoping to resupply once we land.
Oh, you hit it.
That may be my max. I lost.
Yeah.
I was
And
one
then-
over, but
Was it on the nose?
Matt,
Really?
do you,
Damn.
Matt, do you have my gram scale possibly?
No, I don't think so.
I cannot find mine for some reason.
Just
That's the whole
eyeball it.
reason Austin came over right now, but
I mean, it's not in your vehicle.
I don't know where mine is, but it's okay.
Just overcharge. I guess.
over promise, under deliver. That's what I always say.
I start with low expectations and then I maintain them through my actions.
But with that, we'll say everyone has a few drinks, a little bit of a plan being made. We'll go ahead and take a bit of a break right there as everyone gets some sleep, gets some rest before heading out to the Lapis Universities in the
Woo.
morning.
Woo.
Hey,
How do I get paid? Is it like weekly or?
They gave you a lump sum at first. I think it was like a 25 gold
that's
advance.
Okay.
And then I think you get the rest. I believe I said it was at the end of the show, which was for about like a month, if I do recall.
That seems fair.
I think it was like it was a good chunk of gold. I mean, you're basically making like
Yeah.
a couple of months worth of wages.
It'll be fine. I think it's worth going to the premiere because I remember someone fancy is supposed to be there.
You probably would have learned that, like, I mean, there's supposed to be a lot of fancy people coming. Like, supposedly people from all over Pinzari are coming to see this.
You can write it down. It was in
I remember
Caracalazzo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's reportedly the Colazzos. A few of the favored families will show up. Yeah, a few people from a couple of the different like communities and places throughout Pinzari are
How much
supposedly
are
coming to see
tickets
the big show.
for opening night? Because I'm assuming we all want to support
months,
Brett.
man.
Aw.
Well, I know Kellen.
You? No,
I'm just
I was
saying you don't have to pay to see
agreeing.
my
I
shows.
was agreeing. We do. I realized now how it came out. Like he was a little upset when I was just gonna leave. So now I just have to show him I'll be there. Although I was gonna tell everybody, fucking alienator. Potster.
Figure we'll get to
Okay.
ticket prices whenever we get to that point. I'm sure Brett wouldn't even know quite yet.
100 gold per
Yeah.
ticket.
Oh, one
It's
of
a
us
charity event.
is gonna go. They'll be as loud as 4.
Okay, I'm gonna.
So someone with like shatter
Marius. Or no, Gale.
Thunderwave.
I'm gonna freshen up my water. I'll be back.
Yeah, I should let my headphones charge a minute.
Yeah. Should I stop the recording?
I think that's smart.
Stop it. Yeah.